Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the kinematic viscosity. Kinematic viscosity is also a viscosity, but on which factor it depends on the basis of that it is called as kinematic viscosity. Kinematic viscosity is the ratio of viscosity of the fluid to its density. Here the density parameter of the fluid is also very important to determine its complete viscosity or kinematic viscosity. It is represented as mu is equal to eta upon rho. Mu is equal to kinematic viscosity, or it can also be represented by V. Eta is equal to viscosity of the fluid and rho is the density of the fluid. It is the measure of resistive flow of the fluid under the influence of gravity. It means when the gravitational force acts on the fluid, then it resists the flow of the fluid to how much extent. It is measured using capillary viscometer. Unit of the kinematic viscosity is centimeter square per second, or which is also called as Stokes. Stokes is represented by capital S small t, St. So kinematic viscosity is represented by Stokes, which is calculated by capillary viscometer. Capillary viscometer are of two types which can be used to determine the kinematic viscosity. One is Ostwald viscometer and second one is Ubel-Holt viscometer. Both these viscometers have a capillary through which liquid or the fluid passes. The speed, the speed with which it moves through the capillary is helpful to determine its viscosity. The difference between the Ostwald viscometer and the Ubel-Holt viscometer is that in Ostwald viscometer only two tubes are used. But in case of Ubel-Holt viscometer, three tubes are used. So basically we can say there is difference between the structure of the Ostwald and the Ubel-Holt viscometer. Normally the functioning and principle is the same. And this is whole about the kinematic viscosity. Now there is another topic which is also very important in case of flow of powder or flow of fluids. That is, what is the effect of temperature on the viscosity. In case of liquid, viscosity decreases by increasing the temperature. Liquid starts to flow when the temperature is increased. But in case of gases, viscosity increases by increasing the temperature. Here, the viscosity is directly proportional in case of gases, but the viscosity is inversely proportional to temperature in case of liquid. Then what is the effect of temperature on the viscosity is given by Arrhenius equation. Arrhenius equation is eta is equal to A small e raised to power Ea upon RT. Here eta has been used for viscosity. Capital A is a constant which depends upon molecular weight and molar volume. Ea is activation energy required to make the molecules to flow. R Boltzmann constant and T is the temperature at which study has been carried out. If we convert this equation into the log form, then we will achieve an equation that is log eta is equal to log A plus Ea upon 2.303 RT. This equation is written as y is equal to mx plus c. On y-axis log eta is written, and on x-axis 1 upon temperature is written. So the value which are with respect to t give rise to the value of slope of the equation, and intercept value will be log a. When the graph is plotted between log eta and 1 upon t, a straight line is achieved and the slope of the line will be equal to Ea upon r, and the intercept will be equal to log a. Here, if we generally plot a graph between viscosity and temperature, here we are not assuming the viscosity of a particular sample, or we are not conducting any experiment on a particular temperature, but we are generally assuming the equation or the theorems which has been given for the relationship between viscosity and the temperature. If viscosity is plotted on y-axis and temperature is plotted on x-axis, then we will achieve a graph that is of descending order. It means when the temperature has been increased, then the viscosity goes on decreasing constantly. And this was the relationship between the viscosity and the temperature in general. Thanks for watching this video.